Yo, what's going on everybody? Jolie here, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. Today I'm going to be going over the Time Those Tabs battle, as you can see on the screen right here. These are also known as the Dokubaki Impact. So without any more further ado, let's discuss. So what are the different ways that you can get this Dokubaki Impact? Well, the most common and ordinary way that you are going to see and experience this Dokubaki Impact is when your opponent and you both use a Strike Odds card and you guys clash against each other, as you can see on the screen right here. You can also experience the Dokubaki Impact when both you and your opponent use the blue or special moves card, as you can see on the screen right here. Finally, you can also experience the Dokubaki Impact when you and your opponent both use the Rising Rush, as you can see on the screen. Although this type of Dokubaki Impact isn't very common, you should still keep an eye out for this. Alright, so now that you know how the Dokubaki Impact actually happens in the first place, let's discuss the different elements to this Dokubaki Impact. So the Dokubaki Impact is a reaction timed battle, meaning that you must rely on your own reaction time in order to beat your opponent's reaction time. The game measures the level of your reaction time via the green area right here, where the number ranges from 0 to 999, where 999 is the highest score you can get. Another thing that you may have noticed are the numbers below the green area. These numbers represent how long you have taken to tap the screen in order to achieve your score. It is recommended that these numbers are to be low. I will go over the reasons for this very soon. So how do you actually win this Dokubaki Impact? Well, first of all, your score needs to be higher than your opponent's. As you can see, our score was lower and therefore we lost and took damage. But how do we actually get such a high score in the first place? Well, you have to wait and tap the screen at the right time so that when the yellow bar reaches the very top of that area, you can get the maximum amount of points. Obviously, it is ridiculously difficult to continuously get a perfect score, as your reaction time will also need to be perfect. So your goal should be to fill up as much area as possible with the yellow bar. One thing to note about this yellow bar is that it moves up and down at a relatively quick speed, so you have to be alert and ready for when the Dokubaki Impact actually comes up. Obviously, you will have to be more experienced with this, so do not worry if you don't get the hang of it straight away. With more practice in game, you will definitely get better. Remember when I started talking about the little numbers underneath the green area where it represents the amount of time you have taken to tap the screen? Well, there is actually a reason behind using this numbering system. Alright, what if both me and my opponent both got the exact same score of, say, 900? How would the game determine who won the Dokubaki Impact? Well, this is where the numbering system comes into play. The game will go ahead and choose the player with the least amount of time taken to tap the screen and complete the Dokubaki Impact. Alright, now that we know all of this type of information, there are two things that we should be thinking about in our mind when we experience the Dokubaki Impact. The first one is that we want to try to fill up the most area as possible with this yellow bar in hopes that we can get the highest score as possible. Secondly, we want to complete this Dokubaki Impact in the least amount of time, meaning that we have to tap the screen in the least amount of time, hoping that if we do get the same score as an opponent, we will win because of our reaction time that was faster than them. So yeah, that is all there is to the Dokubaki Impact. In my opinion, it is a very unique and is a fun way to spice up the battle within the game. Just like any other difficult mechanic in the game, with enough practice you will be able to do it much better, so do not worry if you don't get the hang of it right away. With that said, that brings us to the end of today's video. Hope you guys found it useful. If you did, make sure to leave a like, it definitely means a lot. Also, if you don't want to miss out on another video of mine, be sure to subscribe as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in my next video. Peace!